Greetings, people. It is Thursday, the 25th of August. I don't know. I'm not necessarily in a silly mood, but I'm feeling all right, I guess. To start off, I really enjoy how folks are sharing with me in the comments, how you're vibing on the importance of music and what it does for us emotionally and intellectually. It's very important. It's very important. That's all I have to say about that. Let me do a quick review. I got this in the mail. I'm going to put a little bit of it on. That'll help. This is a new release by John Shirley, and Jerry King. Escape from Gravity. This is the second thing by them that I have received over the years. Jerry King is part of, I would call him, he seems to be part of this collective that I associate with Mana Mirage, the Muppins. Jerry plays on some of those records. Good guitar player and a good person. I haven't met him, but I can tell. I see his presence online every day, and I can tell by his posts that he's a decent guy. So the connection here is that John Shirley is a writer and has done some notable things in the past. I got the one sheet here from Jerry. And yeah, these are readings by John set to music. And yeah, there's the connection to the Muffins. And let me just play a little bit of this track because I like the music. You already know how I can be about words and lyrics, and so listen to the sounds.
My five eyes. Most people see the world with two eyes. Me, I see the world with five. Gazing through a different window, an optical swan dive.
So you can,
at the top of a hidden stairway,
you can choose, you can decide for yourself based on that.
Her face appeared within the smoke.
See, to me, the appeal of this CD is the sound. But again, I'm just one listener, so I'd like to direct your attention to this new release by John Shirley and Jerry King, Escape from Gravity. You may really enjoy it. The words, the stories, his voice. I in particular like the sound. The sound works on this the most. Some of the music is, some of the songs are okay. It's like, by now folks kind of know that I tend to veer away from rootsy sorts of sounds, things that call to mind the blues and country music. I tend to not be attracted to those elements in music. So that's an honest assessment of this new CD, okay? And congratulations to you, Jerry, on keeping it going. Great cover, great graphics. So yeah, the power of music. After yesterday's video, I really enjoyed my day. You know, if you want to know what all I did, a little bit of housework. Of course, we all have to do that. And I practiced for my upcoming show in Lincoln. I did the whole set and changed it as I know it, and it'll probably change again because it goes by feel, how I'm feeling. The bulk of the set is good. And then I did some writing yesterday. I guess you can call it poetry. It's not quite journaling. And of course I listened to some music. I watched a little bit of TV, you know. The world is so insane. It's just very strange to me how we have so much weird energy, negative, so many strange, weird, negative things happening in the world that just will not stop. So, is there solace in music and a simple lifestyle? There sure is. What did I play yesterday? I jumped into a bunch of Comsat Angels. It's history. This is a numbered box set that contains their first 3 albums. All 3 are excellent, and a bonus disc of demos and stuff. This is a band that shoulda, woulda, coulda, in my opinion. U2 admitted early on that The Edge learned a lot about his guitar sound from this guy. Stephen Fellows, I think is his name. They toured together in the early days. When you listen to this, you can hear where Edge got some of his guitar ideas. These are really good songs. I think the reason why the Comsat Angels didn't connect because they were on a big label. They were trying to make it. They wanted to be a hit. I think that part of what worked against them was the look of the lead singer. He's an intense, dark-looking man, but he looks angry a lot of the time in the videos. And I bet you that turned women off. That's just a comment. But these are some great songs. All 3 of these albums. Still, the songs hold up to this day. Young Gods. I believe they're from Switzerland. What's the name of this one? Only Heaven. Interesting band. When I first encountered them on Night Flight is where I first saw them. The video for Envoyer, which is very strange and compelling and interesting. It interested me how they had a computer, a singer, and a drummer. But the primary thing that the computer sampler was doing was sampling the singer's guitar playing. Unique approach. This stuff is powerful and very, very good. Deep listening too. It can be listened to on a pop level, but it goes so much deeper. And that's what I like sharing with you and hearing shared back is the importance of the depth of what music and art does for our lives. It's so important. When I was sitting out in the living room, I'd look at my shelves, and this one keeps popping out. The spine kept popping out to me, saying, I need to play this. It had been years. Jonas Hellborg with Shawn Lane. Apartment Q258. Temporal Analogs of Paradise. With Jeff Sipe on drums. Virtuoso players. Shawn is gone, I believe. I think he passed away a while back. Phenomenal player. Interesting that he seemed to shun the limelight. As good as he was, it seems like he is mostly known amongst other musicians as opposed to the world at large. This is 2 big, long jam improvisations, and it's really very, very, very compelling and good. And it's like, man, They can play their asses off, and they do. And they do. Okay, so down here, Coronarios Dans. And this band eventually became Secret Oyster, or were also known as Secret Oyster. Fusion, jazz, a little bit of prog, instrumental. Wonderful. If you can find this. I think Chris Cole finally hooked me up with this. I've been looking for this album for years, and he finally got me a copy of it. Visitor by Coronarias Dans. An album I'd kind of forgotten about. I was in the W's and picking something else out. Well, yeah, Wolf. And WMTID, the Electric Church. This is, I think it's called Electroclash. It's like when Belgium in the late 70s, early 80s was coming out with that cool electric sound with bands like Cassandra Complex, Neon Judgment, The Weathermen. This falls in there, and most of this is really good. In the prog group, Roger Miller, I don't know if he watches videos, but he likes to do posts every day of 6 packs of 6 CDs usually of different prog artists that he is going to listen to that day. And one that he showed yesterday was this, Darryl Way's Wolf Saturation Point, and it just caught my attention because I hadn't listened to this in a long time. Darryl Way was the violinist in the band Curved Air. He's also written some modern classical music besides that. This is also a mix of progressive rock and fusion. They try to do some Mahavishnu type moves on this, and they do a pretty good job of it actually. The energy on this is high, and there's only a couple of songs where like they do the Ultra Vivaldi with Curved Air, and on this one they do a thing called Market Overture, which is some kind of throwback to an old melody, and sometimes those pastiches are annoying to me. The one on here it is, but otherwise it's a very good album. Those are some records sitting out I hadn't got to yet, so can't show them yet. Listen to one side of this yesterday. It'd been a long time. Garbage time. You can hear that really loud, can't you? It's coming through the window air conditioner. That's why I like the window is open. Don Cherry, a musician who I greatly love and respect, rest in peace for the longest. He is someone who, in checking out his trajectory as an artist, has inspired me. The way that he picked up on spirituality early on and world influences in his playing early on. You know, he was one of the cats along with Ornette Coleman that really helped to bring in free improvisation. Seriously. So this is Moo, the first part. I have both parts. This is an original on Big Actual #1. And this is wonderful. There's a forward sort of propelling motion of this because of the rhythms. Also because of Don Cherry's phrasing, but Ed Blackwell is the drummer on here. And if you don't know Ed Blackwell, he is not like Jack DeJohnette or Tony Williams, but he's a brilliant drummer. And what stands out to me is his New Orleans background. I can hear it in his playing that he knows that marching New Orleans style to a T, and it gives the rhythms a shape that's not typical, but very, very powerful. This is very good. Move, first part by Don Cherry. And as I was listening yesterday, people ask me, what do I do when I listen? Do I do other things while I listen? Mostly I listen. One of the nice things about the computer age is how you can basically browse and listen, okay? And that's what I'll do. But oftentimes I will be drawn to just listening away from the computer or whatever else I'm doing by the music. Thank God the power of the music is still that strong for me. Hadn't played this in a long time and it's still good. One of a Kind, Bill Bruford, Jeff Berlin, Alan Holdsworth, Dave Stewart. What a group. What an album. You know, this is just some of the best prog fusion. And I love Bill Bruford's way of playing the drums. I know he's retired, but I wonder if Bill Bruford will ever play again publicly. Been wondering that about several musicians as the years go on. And so for some of us, and I'll say us, because we're all getting old, it's definitely at the point where some folks is like, I can't do it anymore. And I wonder if there's folks who are contemplating trying to do it one more time before they can't anymore. And he's one that comes to mind, Bill Bruford, because he retired. Listen to some more Boris. Boris is a strange band. I can't say that if I were to get to know them personally that I would necessarily like the things that they're into. I don't know. Because there's a creep factor to some of their music. There's a darkness, there's a murkiness that is largely undecipherable to me. But the way that they work with sound, and the way that it changes all the time, and the way that they purposely do not record these records with real hi-fi quality sort of engineering, is very intriguing to me. It draws me into the music. So this album, Deer, I really enjoyed it. I also want to give them credit for just their whole approach, how they pay homage to rock and roll. This label, which is a knockoff of the original Two Virgins Virgin label, and calling it heavy, I think that's brilliant. And like I said in a few videos past, saw them twice and got to meet them, and that sealed the deal. Seeing them live sealed the deal. But getting to meet them and having Takeshi meet me, remember me, was awesome when I hung out with him the second time. Dynamite album, classic, fantastic. Not necessarily their best, but just a dynamite album. Weather Report, Black Market. Both Jaco Pastorius and Alfonso Johnson are on here. Wonderful. It's about the time I saw them live. I saw them live twice. And that's what I have that I hadn't shown. So yeah, I quite enjoyed my day yesterday of lounging and resting. I am quite thankful for my life. I am. And before too much longer, I'll say good morning, family. Love you all. Okay, people, I kind of rambled a little bit today, but I told you about some music. Check in with me.